What is happening? Beautiful people. America.
America.
Hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. Um, I was with friends and pretty mellow, getting a lot of sleep in. Took it pretty easy. Had a little fun, but took it pretty easy. Dad, what were you doing?
Well, I was playing yacht captain again. So, it's pretty crazy, actually, to be honest.
Uh-huh.
It was, I don't know, I had probably 20, 30 people on the boat, something like that. Started really going after it Wednesday
Mm-hmm.
and all the way up in through Friday. So, not too bad. It was a lot of fun. Great fireworks show. Not as many kids. Brent, we have that big trampoline thing in the back of the boat, and there was very few kids on it. Just,
Oh,
yeah, so I couldn't get to throw anybody in the water or anything like that. So it was a bit of a down year for me in that sense.
oh no.
Couldn't push any kids in the water. So, uh, really good year. It was celebrating the old independence. I think it's been 249 years, something like that. I heard next year's 250. So it's a big year.
Wow.
Yeah,
What do they
next year
call
will be a
that?
big year.
Like I forget the name for 250. I know there's a name
Oh, there is. Yeah,
because there was like bicentennial, right? And then there's like
yeah. I was in. This will date myself. I was in high school when the bicentennial was around. So
what?
I know.
Yeah.
76. I was 16. Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel that old. It's weird.
No,
In a lot
you
of
don't
ways,
act. You don't act that old. That's for sure.
I should act my age occasionally, but I never really get around to it. I don't know
Don't
what
do
the
it.
deal is.
You
No,
actually taught me to not do it.
good.
Like
Yeah.
everybody my age is all worried about 40 and shit. I'm like, dude, no, no. Like dude. This is gonna be my prime. Like
Yeah.
I went to the. I'm working like two jobs, and I like went to the gym like 4 days this week, and I'm like, it.
Yeah.
You find the time, you make the
That's
time,
right.
and
Yeah.
then you just tend to want to kind of be a little healthier. Hence why Dad, stopped drinking and didn't fall off the boat drunk this weekend. Like
Yeah. Bonus.
better choices. We evolve slowly from the ape.
Yeah. I
Um,
wake up the 5th of July every year sober, just thanking the good Lord above, you know. It's like that used to be like the worst day of my whole year, just because I had the whole boat to put back together in the hot sun and you're
oh yeah,
hungover and it was
I've done a
brutal.
few of those. I've done a few of those with you.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Hmm.
Why make it tough on yourself by being hungover? Yeah, but
Decision I always made, but So I so,
right,
so I'm wearing this. I'm wearing this shirt that my friend got me, guys. Nope.
nice.
Yeah, it was
Nope.
nope. Nope is like we'll go to the end, but I'll tell you the story. Nope is nope. So, Dad, I think you know my friend Phil. So
Yeah.
so Phil and this other friend of ours was they they worked at a cider, like a brewery, but for cider. And so they went to this music festival, and the night before they just got, hammered, both at the bar down the way and like on their own stash and the whole thing. And they wo- they woke up and they were an hour late to this festival, and they're supposed to set up and have a booth and like rep the company and make money all day. So they drive up to the gate and they get out. They start hauling some of their gear to the front gate. And how he explains it, he's like, "There's like one of the biggest men I've ever seen in my life in SWAT gear, with his
Yeah.
pants tucked into his combat boots." And they both walk up hungover. And they're like, "Hey, so we're actually setting up a booth in here. Would it be all right if we came through here?" And the guy just looks at him. Nope.
No. Like,
Hit it, guys. Well, yeah, you got no business here.
only an idiot would even ask me that question.
So good. What?
Yeah. Nope.
Nope. So yeah,
I've done.
that's why they gave me the shirt. We laughed so hard at that story.
Well, I'm
Ooh.
at a truck stop in case anybody's wondering where I'm at, and here in lovely Central California, Central Valley. That's all almond groves behind me, pretty much for as far as you can see. And it's nice out. It's not too hot. It's really nice out.
It's nice.
Probably be 90 today, something like that.
Yeah, it's really pretty here.
Yeah.
So hey, what up, crew? What up? Not ignoring you guys. I just text David from Digital Outlook, so we'll see what David responds back if he does. It's usually a day or so later, which is cool. Busy man. I hope they're well. Man, I just found these like really cool quotes I wrote down this week. Perfect timing. I'm on here with you. Something I remembered this week. I was sitting at my desk and it was the end of the day and I just like could not solve this problem. This thing I had to do. And it's a miracle what happens when you go home and sleep on it and come back and approach that same problem with fresh eyes. I feel like every time that happens to me at my job, it's just like day 2, it's like, oh, that was easy. I don't know when I was even struggling with that. So,
Yeah.
I was on. So coming at the problem with fresh eyes.
Love that.
Don't pressure yourself. And let yourself become frustrated. It's like, no. Move on to the next thing that is working for you at the moment. So I DJ in our office too now. And so of course I turn on like Jack Johnson, Ben Harper, and Stick Figure.
Yeah. Mellow. Yeah.
Mellow, So Ben Harper, my favorite album he ever did was Diamonds on the Inside. And
great song.
That song, he says, make sure the future that you seek is the oh wait, I already screwed it up. Hang on, my apologies.
Oh boy.
Make sure the fortune that you seek is the fortune that you need.
Love it.
Yeah. And so much of I got fortune this week. I talked to Brittany. I got to talk to Landon. I was up half the night talking to Sean last night. And man, everybody sounds like they're doing really good. And it's such a pleasure to talk to all 3 of those people. Reminded me of the fortune I'm chasing in this thing. Very cool. Kind of excited. It kind of feels like crypto is ready to pop, doesn't it?
It does. It is.
Yeah, I'm not that guy. You guys know I'm not that guy, but it's like feels like it's wedging, baby.
Yeah, that whole BBB thing, you know, the big
Mhm.
beautiful bill or whatever it was.
Mhm.
Uh, there's I don't know if you guys ever saw this, but Lynn Alden did a correlated net asset or assets around the world, and nothing correlates to the printing of money more than Bitcoin. So big, like crypto in general, but she used Bitcoin. But I think it was over 80% correlation to when you print, crypto goes up. For instance, like you would think gold would go way up when they print a lot of money because it's a hedge against inflation. But gold was only like 65%, I want to say. I can't remember. It's in her book. But it great correlation to printing of money, creating more debt goes directly to crypto. So that was really cool.
Mhm.
And I think they're going to do, gosh, what was it? 8 trillion over the next 5 years or something like that. But four trillion a year. No, it was going to be 2 trillion over what they earned, right? What tax brought in. So roughly tax brings in something like that, 4 trillion a year. But something that I read last week before I went to the boat was really interesting. Was there's I think it's either I think it's $700 billion have already been generated from the tariffs, and they've only been like part time for like 2 months. Like that's almost a trillion.
Wow.
I mean, it's crazy. It's already almost a trillion, and it's been only this country, not these countries, and in and out, and it hasn't been a consistent. So they think it's going to be a couple of trillion a year, which is the deficit between what
Yeah.
the GDP creates, right? Which is
Mhm.
so everyone's like, could this be level math? Like, is that possible? They can balance a budget? Like, I don't even know if that's possible, really. But
Where was all that money going?
I'll tell you what was really neat. I I heard, I don't know how valid it is. They're talking about getting rid of property tax. And I was like, how?
Okay,
Whoa, wait a
sweet.
minute. That would be incredible. Now, I'm not sure how you would do that or what would have to be compensated for it because not everybody owns property. So why would they get a bigger tax advantage than somebody that doesn't own it and all that sort of thing? So,
Mhm.
but I think it's within the works and why I think it's one of the things they're trying to do. Anyway,
Wow.
interesting times we live in for sure.
Very interesting.
So the rest of this year, crypto wise, I'm calling for up. I don't see it going down. I don't know how you could print that kind of money with that kind of correlation and have it go down. But I know there's a
Yeah.
lot of channels that are saying we're going to crash. The economy's going to crash. I was like, all right. I've heard that before.
Uh-huh.
Somewhere,
The
somewhere I've
economies.
heard that.
I'm glad we're not those guys, Dad.
No, 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 we're not.
Let me get up in the morning and fire my Red Bull down and then just start talking about the economy about to tank.
Yeah,
Sounds like a real hoot, doesn't it?
yeah. Homeless,
What a downer.
starvation. Yeah, all those exciting things that could happen to us all. Yeah,
Yeah.
shooting your neighbor because he ate your, chicken. Yeah,
Yeah.
all that good fun stuff.
As a matter of fact, I'm just gonna pull up the news right now and I'm just gonna start reading off the stories to you guys. Here we go.
Yeah.
Uh,
Doesn't I don't know. It doesn't enlighten me, son. Yeah. Call me last to the party, but whatever. I doesn't enlighten this soul.
yeah. and I don't need to be super duper, you know, positive Care Bear guy either. Like it's like creativity. It's about those really good conversations. Like I was telling you guys, I was talking to some of the crew this week, and they're all so like similar. Like we're all so similar, but we have these like really cool differences. Like a lot of Sean, and like we were just joking around last night. He's just like, dude, I dress this way, and I probably look like a clown to them, and then I come in and I just, boom, crush it. And I'm like, yeah, every time, every room, every conversation I've ever been in with you, dude, it's like you crush it.
Yeah.
Or you make it really fun. And, there's that, like, our senses of humor, our experiences, like, do you have a family or not? Like, there's just all these really cool different things. And as you get older, I think you learn to appreciate it more, just the little things and the little stuff.
Yeah.
Got to be with my nieces this weekend. Bought some fireworks, shot them off for the kids.
Very cool.
It's got to happen. It's got to happen. Some things should never change.
No, that should never change. Yeah. Yeah. The thing about Sean is, Kate, it's only infants that are scared of clowns anyway. Just tell them that. Everybody else loves a clown. So I don't know what he's worried about. Yeah. We all love a good clown suit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think you look awesome, dude.
Yeah. Character, individualism.
We got the professor in the house. We got Robin Landon. We got Carmen in the house. Jay Vale, Hoofty, Mike. Got the flea market mixtape in the house.
Nice.
Nice handle. Yeah. Help people keep homes.
Well done, everybody.
Love it. Good to see you all. We got Zips in here. Zips is throwing down on us, Dad.
Is he?
Yeah, in beautiful ways as usual. Better have those plans solidified. Good times. Yeah.
I'm gonna be in their state. God, 2 or 3 of those people live in Florida that you just mentioned.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be in Florida Wednesday. So,
dude, so jealous.
I know. Fort Lauderdale. I've been in Fort Lauderdale since I left. Well, I know that's pretty redundant statement. Now, everybody, yeah. I haven't been there since I left. Well, of course. But I haven't been there in what, 25 years, Brad?
Yeah. That's
crazy.
Weird.
I live there and I haven't been back in 25 years.
Pretty much since I went to college.
Yeah.
Right? So like, yeah, 23 years.
Sounds right. Yeah.
Dude.
That's crazy to me. I used to live there. I had a house there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Haven't been back, but it's going to be fun. I hear it's really, yeah. I'm going to do some shows from there, I'm sure. And probably an interview or two with our buddy Ron, and do some little fun hit pieces I have planned in my head. So look for that content. That'd be cool. Really cool. I'm going to be very tourist. Go there with open eyes. Just really check it out because I'm planning on that our party for this winter, right? Mm-hmm. Party, get together, networking. I don't know what you want to call it. That's what we're going to do this coming winter. It's going to be a lot of fun. I already have a lot of commitments. Dave and Judy, as a matter of fact, have already committed. They'll be there. And I hope those two are okay. I know they moved out to the country. They used to live more in town. and they live out in the country now. But I want to say he has a house up on the hill type angle. So flooding, I think they're okay. Whether or not they can get to town and back, I'm not so sure about that. But
Yeah.
Flash floods, boy, don't mess with that.
No.
No, it's bad, really bad. I've been in Cabo with flash floods where the whole, like, you just can't even believe what happens, the devastation. And it's weird because it doesn't really rain. Like the rain can be way up in the mountains, and then it just comes gushing down the hill, and you don't even hear it coming or see it coming. It's wild. Yeah, just a big wave of water and mud. Not good.
No.
So our prayers go out to all those people in Texas, and I'm sure they'll be fine. They have, unlike this state, a good governor who will take care of those people. But we won't get into that.
Must be nice.
Yeah. What a feature. Yeah.
Is that moron going to run for president? Is that really what's going to happen? I actually, I bet money on it. I would bet money on the fact that he's going to run at some point. And what's so funny is once you go outside the state of California, like when I was living out in Florida, Dad, like nobody likes that guy.
No.
I mean, nobody is like, how did you guys get stuck with this guy? Like you guys,
nobody in this,
and
nobody in this state likes him.
Yeah.
Only people that like him are people in LA and San Francisco. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah. Everybody else, like this valley where I live, all the farmers. Oh no, they'd lynch that guy if he ever showed his neck around these parts. No, I'm serious. Like if you drive up and down this is where America's breadbasket is what they call it. All these farms, they're all billboards about him, and none of it's good. None of it. Yeah. None of it's good.
Hey, let's stop picking on Newscom. Come on.
Yeah.
We gotta keep it classier than that. My bad, guys.
Yeah. He is low-hanging fruit by definition.
Uh-huh.
Man, I don't know. Somebody sent me something that Waters Above did the other day, and he's calling for, what did he call for? $50 or something.
Whoa.
$20? $20 by the end of the month or something crazy like that. It was wild. I was like, what? Of course, he, good about all right. XRP $20. I'm down with that. I'm up for that ride. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know where he came up with that. I'm still calling for 7 or 15, but we got to get to 350, past 350 first.
Mm-hmm.
We hit our previous all-time high from 2017. It just stopped there. It went back down. That's a big point of resistance right there at 350. So I don't know how he has us going to, in 30 days. I like the guy, I really do. I think he's very creative, and I think he's really entertaining. Very entertaining. I don't know him. I never met him, but that's
But
a lot of people love his stuff. He is entertaining.
Oh yeah. No, I love that guy.
Yeah.
They're just gonna throw $100 bajillion at it, Boom. Yeah, man, I hope.
We got to get the public involved. Public is out of the picture right now.
Yep.
Everybody, I think most people are concerned about how they're going to pay their bills right now. They're not seeing that liquidity in their wallet at the end of the month. As soon as that starts happening, I think that was a big deal with tips not being taxed, because I think it's going to really put a lot more cash in people's wallets. They're going to spend more. All the senior citizens not being taxed. I mean, I got one for you. I was listening to this person.
There's a lot of crap in that bill too.
There's a lot of crap in it.
There's a lot of crap.
Like I heard somebody bagging on something the other day on the boat. Mm-hmm. Clearly a very conservative person, but not because of their age, more not because of their political views. And she was saying that, well, yeah, but how about all the homeless people, and how about all the Medicare that it's going to cut back on? And I was thinking to myself, okay, so you're complaining that the people who have paid taxes their whole life long, the senior citizens of our country, got a tax break because they have to pay for the people that don't have a job? I mean, okay, I'm cool with that, I guess, except for these people don't have a job either. Like, they're retired, right? And you're taxing them more and more and more every single year. Where do you get off? I mean,
right? Is that really fair?
Does that even make sense to everybody? It doesn't to me. But
I mean, that is a good point.
And we're short labor. Like, I don't know where you guys work, but you can't find help. Like, nobody wants to do the jobs anymore. I don't know what's going on. It's like, I know those people are unemployed because they can't find a job. Well, may not be the job they want, but there's a lot of work out there, even in this crazy state. But anyway, I don't know. So it's like, well, why are the seniors getting a tax break? It's like, what? What's the matter with you? I was like, listening to this person, I'm like, well, all right. I don't know.
Right. And then it's not even that they don't have a job. It's that now they've aged out to where they shouldn't be working.
Right.
And it's like, dude, that they don't have a choice.
Yeah.
And they've been getting taxed to death. It's bad, man. I managed and worked in assisted living for years, and man, save your shillings, everybody. Save your shillings and trade them in for something that is actually valuable. It's my only, take your government shilling, point, and turn that into something,
valuable,
advantageous. That's all I can say.
Something of value. Yeah, gold, crypto, even real estate's on the decline.
Yeah, it's been, man. Real estate hasn't checked up in like 10 years, 11 years. It's been going up. That's crazy, man.
Yeah. I mean, do you know how many people are like third generation welfare? When you look into those numbers, it's mind blowing. And it's like, okay, well, it's okay if they're but a third of that money is to people that aren't even U.S. citizens, and you're taxing a senior citizen for somebody that's not even a U.S. citizen to get free healthcare. Like, that's just mind blowing to me that somebody thinks that that's wrong to do. It's like to help those seniors out that have paid tax their whole life. It's just like, I don't get it. I'm sorry, man. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're just going to say that everybody in the world doesn't have to pay taxes, or then I'd say, okay, then that's different, right? That makes sense to me.
Well, yeah. What's the whole up in arms thing? It's, the things that are written into the bill, Medicaid, got crushed, and, yes, like federal funding for, the poor took a hit, just like they always do. The poor took a hit. But I do like your point, Dad. It's like, well,
Actually,
It is
that's not
very,
accurate. That's not accurate, Brad. You need to really look it over. That's what the media is telling everybody. That's not what happened.
that's the bullet points. Eh, you now I on the flip side of what I'm saying, I think you also incentivize people to go out and work by doing those kinds of things.
Yeah,
Um, but I like currently work in the industry that like part of what we do counts on trying to get people like vouchers and in homes and in
yeah,
situations so they can get jobs and they can thrive. And
yeah.
like, yeah, I'm just saying, I'm guessing there's going to be a large impact on that. Hopefully positive, but
Well, from my perspective, this is the way I see it, big picture, macro. Okay.
mm,
For the first time in maybe my lifetime, a president or somebody came along and he said, look, I'm going to incentivize for the citizen,
hmm,
not the system. Okay. I'm incentivizing the waitress, and the guy working overtime isn't going to get taxed for that. And those are employees who pay for all the homeless and pay for all the rest of that stuff, right? Because they're the only
right.
ones earning the money. We know that politicians aren't earning it. So
Hmm,
all these people that have been taxed and taxed and taxed and taxed and taxed and taxed for generations now got a break,
yeah,
right? Because those
yeah.
are the guys actually paying the bill, the only people paying the bill.
Hmm,
And the system didn't dig it because it's like it gave the politicians less power and it put more money in the pocket of the working class
hmm,
for the first time, maybe in my lifetime, honestly.
yeah.
And they didn't care for that at all because it took power from the system. And I'm talking macro now. I'm not splitting hairs about when this thing got defunded or that got defunded or whatever. Whatever.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, I'm with
And
you. I think that part of it is amazing. You know, that
yeah.
never seen it. Never
No.
seen it happen in our country.
No. Never.
Uh-huh.
It's always give the people without a job everything
Hmm.
and put more power in the government. And this
Yep.
was the opposite of that. And I'd never seen it before. I ever. And I was like, wow, that's fresh. As small as it
Hmm.
was something. Yeah.
Yep.
But anyway, we'll see what happens. It's just a perspective that the system and the media is never going to hear. You'll never hear that in the media. That side of the equation.
Hmm.
They will tell you
No,
what was
no,
cut and
I
how.
agree. I
They
agree
will
that
give
you
you
won't.
the they will give you the starving broke person on the street view. Uh,
Hmm.
all of it because it empowers them always.
Hmm.
Yeah,
But you know
and
me, like either way, it's like, well, you know, to me, it's about the people, regardless, on both sides of it. Like you
yeah,
know, you're talking about the people who get to save, awesome. But it's like, okay, how do you get really creative now in helping the people that aren't going to have that like they've had it? So, yeah, that's all I'm saying. That's my industry. It's like, how do you get creative with
yeah.
hav having not enough for a lot of people? You know, you got to get you got to
Well,
get all.
all of those people can still receive benefits. They just have to
Yeah.
do a menial amount of work every week. I mean, it's
Yep.
nothing to qualify.
Yep.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
anyway,
No, I agree with you, Dad. You know, the point I bring up is like, yeah, that's what you're gonna hear on the news, but it's there's some good stuff in there too. Um,
yeah,
even if it's cool, it's like even if it's like 4 years change as far as all that goes, like what you just said about the tariffs, it's like, man,
yeah.
4 years would be a little refreshing after this whole big government, big government, big government, big government, administration after administration, I don't care who you like, they've all been the same. And it's
Yeah.
they just spend a bunch of money. Spend a bunch of money. Where does it go? Who pays for it? You and me.
Yeah. That's right.
Which is a bummer.
That's the problem with socialism or communism, is it doesn't incentivize creativity and it doesn't incentivize going out and getting a job. That's the problem. That's why it almost always fails. I mean, if you could just take care of the people that needed help in the beginning to get off their feet and get them back on their feet, I should say, then that would be one thing. But when you're third and fourth generation welfare, it's like, what are we doing? Like, wait a minute. You know? Anyway.
What are we on about, dude? The crew is like, crew's running about Roth IRAs. Is that you, point guard? Miss you, buddy. Good to see you in the chat. Becky, what's up, my love?
I'll tell you what I'm on about. Don't do them. I'm a big fan of Roth if you're in a corporate job and you're part of if you're part of the tax system, then I would say, yeah, you should do a Roth. But if you're an independent, you should never do them. Yeah. The guy who created Roth wrote the book about it, and they based it on it, and he has written 2 books about how they ruined it. So
yeah.
Yes,
DeFi will be the key going forward, but not ready for most regular crypto investors yet. Love it. That was in response to miss out with yield opportunities with Roth as well, like DeFi. Interesting, guys. Like it.
That's what I would invest in. The future of DeFi. We like, you're going to want all that capital that Wall Street's locked up on you and your 401k and your Roth IRAs. You're going to want that capital working for you, because their management fees and the taxation and the rules and the laws and pulling your own money out of those accounts is extortion, in this man's opinion. But
yeah, I just saw him bend one of my friends over when he went to retire. Not pretty. It's not pretty. And he was
didn't go well.
No. But I just opted to not start my 401k because I have too many other things that we're all onto that it's like I need the liquidity, man. I need the cash. Like I can't be letting 4% of each of my paychecks go. Like I need that.
Yeah.
Speaking of
they're not offering anything that's even keeping up with inflation. Why would you? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know I drive people nuts with this, but everybody tries to tell me that, tariffs are inflating. This is inflation. People don't understand what inflation is. They just don't. They don't get it. They don't understand. They throw it around like it's a curse word, and it's like they don't understand what the word means. So it's so frustrating to deal with people. But yeah, tariffs are not. It's okay. Tariff is not inflation. Period. Okay. So don't say that on the evening news any longer, because it makes you sound like an idiot. The only way to inflate something is to create more of something, right? That's what inflation is. So the only thing you can do to inflate the value of a dollar is to create more dollars. You don't create more dollars by having China charge you more money for something. That's not inflation. That's price rising. There's a big difference. And people don't, it's like I deal with people every day with that. I'm like, okay, now I'm going to get a lecture about inflation when they don't even know what the word means. And the only people that inflate things are the government, period. They're the only people, not businesses. Businesses can't create more money. Well, coming up, stable coins are going to be able to inflate. That's going to be fun. But that's a different story. That's a longer show than we have here today. Yeah. A lot of armchair economists out there, you know, a lot of them right now.
Yeah. It's weird. I can't believe how much like anti like crypto like sentiment there is still. The block. I think it's just more of a distrust for the system in itself. You know, in our country, people are usually just looking at the current cabinet, you know, and well, I wanted my guy, and this prick's a loser, you know. And it's just not. It's just so far from the big picture of like reality. Like I was just sitting when I was talking to Sean last night, I was like, man, dude, more than ever, it's so important to me to build my community around me. Like if I make money in all this stuff, it's gonna go back into my friends and my family and the people around me and my community and like this community.
Yeah.
Then I will see the change personally. I could be misconstrued as a little selfish. I think it's the opposite. I think it's you want more for others than you want for yourself. It's about what is actually going to drive someone to go get all that done and to take a little bit of risk and to be a little smarter. You gotta actually want it. And people who sit around and watch the news and believe in those people, like the people where it's like, oh, if you say that, you're clearly a fan of the other guy. It's like your days intellectually are numbered if you talk that way. If you think that way, you're about to get steamrolled by a lot of smart people, particularly people I know in this chat. There isn't going to be room for lazy and stupid in the future.
Nope.
It always gets more complex, harder, different. Hopefully more deflationary. Hopefully more value. Hopefully more of a grasp on reality of what is truly valuable. That's my hope, Dad.
Yeah.
That's what keeps me hanging on.
I want to be part of people that want to create, want to incentivize other people, want to show progress, want to see a brighter tomorrow, you know.
Yep.
See, it's difficult, you know what I mean? It's like that dichotomy between the two perspectives is so there's a moat between us right now, and it's getting wider. It's getting really wide. And that's okay. I mean, you know, good luck with their program. It's never worked in a country in a history of mankind. So, I mean, I don't know why they think it's going to work this time. It doesn't make sense to me. Innovation and creativity always prevails, always. And, you know, taking care of the bottom half as your priority has always it's destroyed nations. Always has, always will. It stifles creativity and productivity.
But it's both ends, right? It's the top and the bottom. and that's how you make the political teeter-totter. But again, what everybody doesn't understand on the left and right, as far as like the allocation of money and where it's going, and it's unequal it's bad on both sides. Then you create a weak middle class. Then you have
Yeah.
a weak middle class. Middle class is the business builders and the people who are actually being creative, and the ones working for the rich guys, and the ones employing the poor people. That was
Well, like
been
just
my concern in the last 10 years, Dad, is like the real destruction of people my age and my situation unable to buy houses. No, I don't want to start that business because it's just too damn expensive. Like I got I want to have kids, so I can't do this and I can't do that. It's like
yeah.
it's different, man. It's weird. I remember my parents being my age and how the world was then. And yeah, man, I want to see some serious deflationary change. It's cool. We all get on and we give a lot of credence and a lot of love to people who are creative and who've like made this blockchain thing happen for the world. And I think we're all brave enough to be first through the wall and use it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that'd be cool.
Well, I mean, we're a year. I'm going to say we're as early as a year away from, maybe on the outside, I'm going to say 5 years away from AI and robotics really taking care of that, the people that don't want to work.
Yeah.
That their basic needs will be met, I really believe, within 5 years. And they'll have a place, they'll have water, and they'll have food. It won't be great food, probably won't be a great place to live, but it will be free because you can create that. You can't create that with man's labor. You can do that with mechanical labor, and you can do that with machinery. You can make things virtually free with technology. You can't do it with an hourly wage with somebody that wants to retire and somebody who wants to have a better life for themselves, because they have to have a profit margin. But if you eliminate the profit margin and you just have the government create the facilities for them in that sense, and that'll take less and less of the bottom end of your budget. That's where that's all going. If you just want to sit around on the internet and do nothing all day, not that that's nothing, but if that's your lifelong ambition, is to just have a roof, fresh, water, and a roof over your head, the future is looking pretty bright for that. Never before. No way. Not like it's going to be in the future. I mean, we're going to 3D print houses here not long from now. Not long ago.
No, that I believe that too, Dad. I think that's coming.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. God.
What do we have?
We're under attack.
What's that?
We're under attack. The bots are here. Yeah, if you guys ever see this XAI32V, I don't know how many hundreds of times I've deleted off of our thousands. Yeah. Probably thousands.
Yeah.
Thousands. And I feel like I clicked on it and it goes to somebody's video link. Well, if I ever find that guy,
yeah,
it's not very Brent-like about it. I'm not going to be sweet and lovable and nice,
No.
Dude, what have you done?
Yeah.
Use your nerdy coding powers for good and not for, messing up our awesome community. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Owen. Thanks a lot, Harry McCarthy. Goodbye.
It's pretty bad when they're in the live streams now.
That's so bad. Sorry about that, guys. We're helpless. We know
Yeah.
Becky's done a number to try to help us on that. Much appreciated.
Was that Ron? Ron was texting me a minute ago. You mean you're not watching this video, sir?
Yeah. Oh, boy.
What are you doing?
Starboard, you idiot. Ain't you watching it? Man, I wish I was on a boat with you this weekend, dude.
Yeah, me too.
I had fun, but I would have loved to have been there with you.
Oh, I see. He can't. For some reason, Ron still can't be in our chat, so he's texting me. Okay.
That is so
He's on
whack, man. I'm gonna look again. I know people, Ron, who've had to recreate accounts. Like there's some like we'll go into the deleted box and like it won't be in there. But we get some workarounds, man. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. I went through the list, Brent. His name's not in it of the band.
Okay. That's good to know.
Yeah. And by the way, guys, we don't ban those people. YouTube bans people.
Mm-hmm.
We banned X whatever robot.
Yeah.
But
XAI 32V.
Yeah. I think Joanna banned a few people too, but I told her not to. I don't care what you say about me. It doesn't bother me.
We just block them from the channel. But we've never done that, you guys. We've never specifically done that to somebody that wasn't. We didn't.
No, I've had people be really harsh to me, really harsh,
and
I don't ban those people.
No,
it's a different perspective, and they're entitled to it. It's called independence. This is Independence Day weekend.
Yeah,
they get to have a free thought. And honestly, I like that people are different and have different beliefs. It's good. Creates knowledge.
Alan Brent, without the inner scream of natural ambition, incentive is a word without definition.
Without what? Sorry, I had a truck go by.
Without the inner scream of natural ambition, incentive is a word without definition.
Amen to that.
Yeah, man. It's
you have to have a passion.
I like that.
You have to have a passion or a desire or like people that are at like almost like an addiction level.
Yeah.
If you have that for something, you're going to be really good at it. Really good at it. Skiing, boating, surfing, skydiving, whatever your thing is, your passion, you're going to be really good at it. That's just, that's just who we are. And thank God there's people out there that are passionate about creating incredible blockchains.
Yeah.
There's so many people that are so passionate about XRP in our community that like, how can it not succeed? Of course it will succeed.
Yeah.
There's literally millions of people that believe in this and want to see it succeed. And it will. It has to. Because they'll be relentlessly involved. Nobody's given up. Yeah.
Love it.
Got an audience here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I got some. As long as they don't start throwing things like tomatoes, we'll be good. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
What do you say, guys? You want to get on the road, Dad? We've done about an hour.
Have we been an hour already? No way.
Yeah, we're 54 minutes. Got 114 of the crew in the house. Thank you
Nice.
so much for being here with us.
I'm driving home. 6-hour drive for me, by the way, guys. And I'm driving home and I'm building we have 9 puppies and they're growing fast. So I'm building an outdoor pen when I get home. So I'm kind of excited about that. I haven't seen my dogs in like 5 days. So that's, yeah, it's going to be good. I'm going to Fort Lauderdale. So I know Kenny's going to be there. Kenny and a bunch of his friends. I know Solar Sammy's going to be there, and a bunch of his son, I believe, and a couple of friends of his. So we're going to do a meetup Thursday afternoon. If you live in the Fort Lauderdale area, get a hold of me. Let's see.
Yeah, if you guys don't know Sammy or Kenny, man, go.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hang out more with those two.
And Ron and Kat will be there, obviously, and a couple of his crew too, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So we'll have a
those
group
guys
there.
are rad. My dad's always a good hang. It's not just an act, you know. Probably my favorite person ever to hang out with. That guy right there. Pound for pound.
You have low standards, obviously.
The heavyweight champion of fun friends to have, Dad.
Cool, thanks, son. Yeah, same.
I missed the boat trip, man. Loser.
Right?
Okay, it's all right. It's all right.
Well, when I get the
Next
following week, here's my game plan. The following week after I get back from Fort Lauderdale, we're playing golf.
Love that.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I got a plan too. When XRP screams up to $50, we'll just buy our own boat. You know?
Yeah.
Like that one's boss's boat. This one's our boat.
Yeah, or our own golf course. Whatever comes first.
I'd rather have the golf course.
Well, you know, membership.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. And now it looks I was going to be going to Mar-a-Lago. I don't even if I told you that, Brian. I was invited next week. I was going to go to Mar-a-Lago. So now it looks like we're going to wait until the party, and I'm going to try and take Elizabeth with me. So, and possibly you, Brent. So when we're there in February or whenever the show is, we're going to try and sneak away one night and go to dinner at Mar-a-Lago.
Cool.
I don't know whether the big guy will be there or not, but there's somebody who's a big fan of the show, is a member there. So he invited us. So that's kind of cool. Kind of different. Pretty swank joint. So I think it's $1 million to join there.
God.
Can you imagine?
No.
That's crazy.
I thought
that's crazy.
When they opened Sierra Star, I want to say it was like $30,000 to join. But I thought that was just outrageous when I heard that. Outrageous.
Yeah.
Like, you're charging people that just to be able to like book their own tea times, whatever they want here. I don't think so. But hey, maybe it's worth $1 million.
Yeah. Tax write-off, I guess. Who knows? Business happens on the golf course, believe it or not. It really does. A lot of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So what I'm probably gonna give somebody a call. Oh, I gotta get a hold of Chris. Chris with the hat. He finally reached out.
Oh, good.
Like he and his wife are doing some birthday thing, and then I was busy on the boat, and then I'm going to be on Lauderdale here coming up. But I also want Chris to give me a call, man. You got my number. We'll talk, and I'll try and get that hat to you. And that's about it. I'm trying to think of everything else that was on my list. I didn't bring my list. It's in my briefcase. Couldn't be bothered. Do it live.
Yeah. I want to get to Atlantic real quick. While it's originating from 2011, I the only thing I've seen about it is they're trying to link up um, one of the wallets that got like I don't know if it got they pulled it out or they moved it, but there's a significant amount of Bitcoin movement. Um, and who was it? Do you guys know who they thought it was? One of the
Well,
it was one of the big cats.
yeah,
I want to say it was like David Schwartz or something. It's 11/11, by the way.
nice.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's a old wallet that opened up a bunch of stuff, bought a bunch, and then was talking about selling some. So
Mm-hmm.
who knows? I thought it was really interesting what Eric Trump said yesterday. Um, he was talking about how limited your time is to purchase some Bitcoin. The over the counter exchanges are running very dry. So, yeah.
It's already happening.
Yeah, he actually had a nervousness to the statement. I was like, wow, okay. Doesn't mean there won't be Bitcoin for sale. It's still it's gonna go up and people will liquidate some. But a lot of companies are buying it, putting it on their books, and they're never gonna sell it. So there is that. But I think it's time we started promoting Satoshis anyway.
Yep.
And XRP. XRP is about to blow up, guys. I know everybody in this chat already knows that, but $2 is absurd. That thing is going to be. Before the end of the year, I'm calling for $15 at least. So, but I've been calling it that for a year now. So don't hold your breath.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's where its next big stopping point is on a chart. And Waters is saying sooner than that. So hey, you never know.
Mm-hmm.
Never know. And the Bearable Bull was talking about it too. Somebody said, I don't know. I don't watch his channel, but somebody was saying he was calling for $20-$50 or something. And of course, 007 is always talking about it's going to 1,000 one day. Love me some Rob, man. That guy is the most optimistic.
I'm just sitting in the car with him, in the video. Yeah. It's like, okay, let me get the flashcards out.
Right.
Bam. Bam. Yeah.
Here's one for you. Yeah, it's good. He's got a good show.
He does.
He's going to be there. He's going to be in Lauderdale with the winter at our party. He's going to be there. Dave and Judy. Let's see, Ron. I'm missing a bunch of people. Zip's going to be there. Zip's Tips, guys. Mickle's going to be there. I'm forgetting all kinds of people. I hate when I start listing people and I don't have a list in front of me. Mel Carmine's going to be there. I don't know. Terrible. I can't remember everybody. Those are like guaranteed so far. Unless something comes up in their life. And we should be bigger number than $2 by then, I'm assuming. We might even be on the downturn, peaked and downturn by February to some degree, pullback of some degree, if I were to guess. Yeah. So I was talking to somebody last night on a chat, actually, and I was telling her, she's like, well, how do you judge the peak of a market? I said, well, it's really hard. Bitcoin's really hard because of the scarcity of Bitcoin. So I don't know that it's going to have the pullback that it had before. But you can really look for altcoins to pick up when Bitcoin pulls back a bit in its dominance. That's when they take off. And then you can really, really sort of judge where your peak is when I like the UPS driver angle is good. When your UPS driver comes up to you and tells you, yeah, man, I'm buying XRP. It's like, well, you might start looking for exit doors. The other real big indicator is when you see everybody taking 3 and 5 and 10x leverage on altcoins. Those are my two real big indicators. When I look back, there's been 2.5 bulls I've been through. And when I look back, it's like when everybody started leveraging, oh, this, you can't lose. It's a guaranteed win. I'm going to 3x my money because I'm tripling my leverage. When that starts coming into the market, it gets frothy at the top. It gets top heavy, and that's when it falls over because people can't pay their leverage. They get margin calls, and next thing you know, then they have to sell. They don't have a choice, and that creates that decline. To people like you and I that have held the coins for years and years and years, it doesn't make any sense. Why would somebody sell when it's at the top? They're forced to because of leverage. That's why it always drops so severely. And people don't buy gold on leverage like that, They just don't. We have more of a gambling mentality in crypto. I don't know if anybody's noticed, but the meme coins will blow up. And
No, not crypto people. Dad, we're small investors.
But you're going to want to retain the coins because these DEXs are going to pay to own them. In particular, XRP, guys. I keep talking about this. This is really big for XRP because we don't stake. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We don't have staking. We don't have mining. So we're going to be XRPL is going to be one of the platforms of all the platforms. I'm going to get into that Thursday night. Kind of more into that. And I'm going to also get into why these tariffs are big. I was reading some of my notes from something I wrote down 2 weeks ago. It's really good stuff. So I'm going to get into those Thursday night. And if you're in Fort Lauderdale, South Florida, get a hold of me, please. Whatever you have to do, and show up. We're going to hang out at lunch somewhere, at least one day. Thursday, I believe Thursday is the 14th. Does that make sense? I think. So the 14th, that we're going to be hanging out doing lunch for sure. And by lunch, I mean 3-4 hours worth of sitting around shooting the breeze.
What day is Dad? What are the
I believe
dates?
14th is a Thursday.
No, that's a Monday. No, I say Monday, 14th.
It is?
Uh-huh.
Sorry, you're right. The 10th.
10th, yeah. The 10th is this coming Thursday.
That's right. I'm going to be in Lauderdale Wednesday.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. I got to build a dog pen today.
Yeah, build a dog pen, kiss all the puppies, kiss the wife,
and then
jump on airplane. Yeah.
I'm out.
For you, man. That sounds exciting.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Look at some venues with Kat and Ron and check it out. And also bring some other people to get an open, neutral perspective on what kind of facility they would like to see us do this big networking, marketing, whatever you want to call it, hanging out together event.
Okay, Professor, I'll bite. I wrote it down. I don't know if this is joke. I don't know, Bonk.
Bonk's blowing up.
Is it poo-poo coin? Or is it...
It's a meme coin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's blowing up right now. So's Tron, by the way. I noticed.
Mm-hmm.
But Tron just signed a big deal with, I think it was a government. I don't know. I don't remember. I heard about it yesterday. Last night.
Mhm.
B-Man, I got to get out of here. I got to get down the road,
Yeah.
and my battery's dying.
Love you all. Yeah, that's what I thought, Professor. That's
What did he say?
dude, that's so good. He's like total sarcasm, but I did buy some.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Is that? I'm surprised the shag isn't, a meme coin yet. You know?
Yeah. It's got Austin Powers on it in his
Yeah,
face.
maybe it already. Who knows? I don't know. It probably has been.
Probably.
That'll be the next big one.
All right. What do we got here, Sean?
What has Sean got going?
I don't know if that was supposed to be private or just throw it up there. Dude, that is so good.
What's going on? I can't read it.
Put that in the chat, dude. You gotta put that in the chat. Oh my gosh.
Oh, he's texted
We
you
were
during the show?
literally just we were just laughing our heads off last night. We were rolling, weren't we, bro? Sammy, good to see you. Man, next Florida trip, I will be out there. I am going to go and give
Yeah.
you a big hug, brother. Nancy, good to see you in. Atlantic, thank you so much for the comments today. Sorry we didn't get to more of them. Today's kind of a chill day for us. Get daddy back on the road.
Yeah.
Want to wish y'all a happy 4th of July. And
I still have 2 hours home.
That's all of you.
Yeah.
Before you go, what's up with Caleb and Brown?
Before we go, what?
What's up with Caleb and Brown?
What about him?
Yeah, I don't know.
I haven't heard anything. I don't know. I just chatted with Jim just the other day. He didn't say anything was up. I don't know.
Yeah, he reached out to me recently too. I don't know.
Yeah.
I hope they're okay.
Yeah, no, I'm sure they're fine.
Yeah.
Oh no, they got bought out. That's right, they did. They got bought out by a big crypto exchange. Yeah, that's right.
SWFTX. Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. But
is
nothing's
this good or bad?
changing. What's that?
Is this good or bad?
No, I don't think it's going to affect them at all. I really don't. Yeah. I don't like the FTX in it, but other than that. But it's all their management teams staying the same. He sent me an email stating what he was up to and what they were up to and what happened. So yeah, that was last week, right?
Becky's saying they're opening an office in Lauderdale end of the month.
That's been our rumor mill. Remember, he said that in Vegas. He said Florida.
Yeah, he said Florida.
Yeah.
Dude, no way.
Love it.
Universe has got a funny way of speaking to you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's so weird we're going back there, Dad.
I think it's awesome.
It's awesome weird. It's like, wow.
Yeah. Well, that's where the Ron crew is,
Yeah.
Ron's our main connection there, so he'll be our MC to the whole thing too, by the way, guys. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's gonna be fun.
Nice.
Mr. Wedding Planner guy. He's a DJ. He does it all. But we're not gonna have a bunch of loud music, so don't panic. We're not doing that. That was the big problem with a couple of the parties in Vegas. It was just too loud for this old guy anyway.
Yeah.
We're all there to talk to each other about crypto. We're not there to listen to some music you can listen to at home by yourself. It's like, it doesn't make sense to me, you know?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You know, you travel 2 days to get to a place so you can talk about XRP with people, and then you're listening to music. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, or they're telling you to be quiet. Which,
Yeah.
You know what I don't want to hear when I made time to come to your party? It's now I have to sit there and shut up after I've had a cocktail and one of my best friends from across the country is right in front of me. That's what I want to do. I want to shut up and I want to listen to a panel of the same people that I watch on YouTube every single day. That's what I want to do. Thanks a lot.
Hey, I was on that panel.
Yeah, you did great on that panel. Love the panel, but
Yeah.
that will not ever happen at our parties, folks.
Okay.
You'll just be allowed to rage in the background.
Well, we're gonna have multiple rooms.
Saying a few words, and then rage, network rage, baby.
Well, they did have an outside area that you could have taken the conversation to, actually. But we didn't know it was out there.
Yeah.
It was for the smokers.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to have breakout rooms at our thing. So, yeah. It's going to be important. Breakout rooms are important. All right, B-Man, I got to get rolling. I got 2-hour drives and I got to go, hug the puppies.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, man.
Give them a big smooch.
Let's let everybody get on with their weekend.
Let's do it, everybody. It is time. It was great seeing you all. We're gonna load up. We'll be back next Sunday. Dad, can't wait for your Thursday, man.
Yeah,
it'll be good. Be good to have you back on there. And you'll be doing it from Florida.
I will. It's gonna be fun.
Love that.
I don't know if I'll do it live or record it, but we'll have to see how it goes. I'll probably do it live.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
Safe travels, Dad.
Thank you.
Man, we love you guys. The freedom tastes like White Claw.
Yeah.
We'll throw up some love here. Thanks, Cosmic Mama. We love you all. Have a great rest of your Sunday. We are